Greetings everyone, Tarot from the Divine here with a reading for the collective. I don't usually do them this late, but Spirit kept saying you need to do a reading, so I don't know what this is going to be about. No idea. So let's find out together, shall we? Let's see here. Pardon my mess over there. There we go. I want you all to be able to see the full area for the cards. Okay. And plus me shuffling, so let's see what we want, what Spirit wants us to know about. What is the purpose of this reading, Spirit? What message do you want to get out? Okay. We have toil and labor. We have wealthy man flipped out in the reverse. So a wealthy man that's not a wealthy man, or a wealthy man pretending to be, I don't know. Guess we'll find out. What else, Spirit? House. Gift. And unexpected income came out in the reverse. Okay. So Spirit. So, and for those of you unfamiliar with how these typically go, these two are past. This is more distant past. This is more recent past, but it's still in the past. This is the present, and then we have the immediate future and the distant future. It's kind of how it's supposed to go. We never know, though. All right, the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is typically a celebration with friends, could mean a reunion, could mean, 3 is about growth and teamwork. So there could be a group of 3, or you could be part of 3. Doesn't have to be 3, but, you know. Water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And it's emotions, relationships, and spiritual matters. What else, Spirit? It's toil and labor. So it could be some people that you work with. It could be a team that you work with. That, you know, you work with them at work, and then you get emotional ties there. All right. Five of Swords in the reverse. There could have been some conflict in the past. Maybe a power struggle of some sort, but in the reverse, that should be easing up. So we've got a friendship here, or a team here that's maybe had some, there's been some sort of a power struggle, maybe over a promotion or something like that, and it's toil and labor, so that tells me that it's at a job. What else, Spirit? All right, we have the Lovers that came out sideways. So in the upright, it's an intense relationship, a positive influence on the future. It's about love and decisions. And in the reverse, it would be obsessive and a refusal to learn from relationships or past relationships. So I'm going to leave this sideways because I'm not sure which way it's supposed to go. What else? So there's a relationship at work. And it could be a three-way relationship at work. So it could be someone has a relationship, at home, and then they have a relationship at work. We have the Ace of Swords, which is a breakthrough, a success, a new beginning. Could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, doesn't have to be. Aces are about new beginnings and opportunities. Thoughts, communication, and logic. It could be a truth coming through as well, since it's thoughts and communication. This relationship could be coming. That's what this conflict has been over, and this Three of Cups. Someone's having a workplace romance, and it's getting found out. What else, Spirit? Or it has been found out. Since it's in the past in this reading, remember, all readings are timeless. So if this hasn't happened yet, it could be in the future, but by the time you get this reading, it could be in the past. That's just kind of how it works. So if this is coming across your FYP, or in your feed, then, chances are there's a message in here for you. And chances are that this is in this time that this is happening. Otherwise, if it comes across in the future, then this could be happening in the future, but by the time you see it, it's in the past. I know it's confusing, but sometimes you have to stop and look at it that way. You're like, oh, this is old. There's no information in it. These readings are timeless, so that's too many cards, Spirit. We've got the Eight of Swords, the Two of Coins, Four of Coins, Ace of Coins, and the Empress in the reverse, and King of Cups. But I'm not taking those, so. Okay, let's look at the split. We've got the Ten of Coins and the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So we've got the Ten of Coins, which is financial. You've hit a peak with this financial aspect of your life. So it's time to, take it in a different direction or start something new. But the Wheel of Fortune is in the reverse, so fate is not on your side. Okay, what about this wealthy man in the reverse? What about this? So we've got a relationship at work that has been, or is going to be, since it's in the past, in this reading, it has been discovered. So what about this wealthy man in the reverse? Okay. That doesn't usually happen. All right. So we've got the Wheel of Fortune. Both of these came out sideways. In the upright, it is success, abundance, faith, opportunity. And in the reverse, it's bad luck. Someone may be expecting too much. I'm going to go ahead and leave it. Since the wealthy man is in the reverse, I feel called to take it in the reverse. And then we have the Two of Coins. I also feel called to take that in the reverse. It's time to practice. It's early stages. Twos are about partnerships and balance. And it's regarding material things, money, career, health, your possessions. So this wealthy man looks like he could be losing his wealth, his career. And if he's the one having this affair, then that would seem normal, I guess. That would fall right in line. We've got the Hanging Dragon, which is the Hanged Man. Everything's topsy-turvy, and it's in the reverse. These cards are coming out in the reverse for a reason. Especially with the Wheel of Fortune being in the reverse, Hangman in the reverse. Everything is in an upheaval. He's seeing the world through a different perspective. And in tarot, the male can be a female, female can be a male. There is no gender, but for the sake of the cards, I'll refer to them as they are pictured. But it doesn't mean necessarily that it is a he or a she. What else, Spirit? What else about this wealthy man who has been having a workplace affair? And remember, these readings, collective, are not necessarily about you. These readings, a lot of the time, are the energies going on around you. So this is to help you sort of figure out what's going on and can help you direct your life to avoid it or move towards it, depending on how the reading goes. Like these people, you want to stay out of that hot mess. You don't want to get involved in that. You got enough of your own stuff going on. And we've got the Four of Wands. Somebody wants to have the Four of Wands in the traditional tarot shows, like a happy home. This is like a community purpose, wanting to, can't we all be friends type of a deal. And then we have the High Priestess. This could be you, collective. This could be you. This is secrets, intuition, and learning. Perhaps you know about this and you've been keeping it to yourself, staying out of it. Be guided by your intuition. All right? Let your intuition guide you. You've been keeping it quiet so far. So, let your intuition guide you. Don't let someone coerce you or anything like that. Someone may be trying to come to you for verification on something, and, it'll be up to you, based on your intuition, as to whether you decide to speak or not. If it was told to you in good faith and you've kept the secret, then, like I said, trust your intuition. What about this house, Spirit? we've got the Fool in the upright. So this is a new chapter. Someone's starting a new chapter. Maybe they're moving to a new house. This could be you. Could be a new beginning, a new risk. Perhaps you're moving away from this situation. The quote is to leap, but look first. So, you know, make sure that all your I's are dotted and your T's are crossed. And, you know, before you move into something that could be a disaster, you know, just check first. But it indicates a new beginning. And being major arcana, I'm going to say it is you, collective. So you may be moving to a new house, or you may be getting a house. Tell me more about this, Spirit. What about this house? Seven of Coins. So you may not be here for a long time. Coins are about material possessions. It can be money, career, or health, or material possessions, which would be a house. And it's short-lived. So, and 7 is about self-reflection and knowledge. In the upright, it would be harvesting your hard work. And this will be harvesting your hard work, but it could be short-lived. So this may not be you. This may be this situation over here, somebody wanting to move in together in a new house, and it's going to be short-lived. So it may not be you, depending on if you're in this situation. Only take it if it resonates. And some of it may resonate, all of it may resonate, or none of it may resonate. And if none of it resonates, well then, you know, this is for entertainment purposes only. So, just enjoy the story, you know. As the tarot turns, it's a soap opera, I tell you. What else is going on here? You know, and if you look at it that way, you see all these characters acting out all these different things. You can get a pretty good little vision going in your head. What else about this house, Spirit? We've got the Knight of Swords. And again, we have a truth card coming out. Knowledge, truth. Balance of power is in your favor. Could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It's a younger energy. It's about thoughts, communication, and logic. And, yeah, I usually see the Knight of Swords as a truth bringer. Someone burying a message of truth. And that could be why this is going to be short-lived. It could be someone is moving to a new house to get a new start. And then truth comes in. And what all they're doing really is just trying to run away. They're not actually starting over. They're just trying to run away from what's back here. And we've got the Devil in the upright. So negativity, addiction, affairs, something's holding them back. And then we've got the Four of Swords in the reverse. So someone's stressed out, worrying. They're worried about how this is all going to play out. And they don't know what to do. This is similar to the reading. This may be a continuation to the last reading. So, anything else on this house? Okay, let's go to the gift. What about this gift? Now, this gift can be a spiritual gift or a physical gift. And it's the Ace of Coins. So there could be a new job offer or a promotion or something, which would be this gift. Could be a bonus. Aces, again, are new beginnings and opportunities. Coins is money, material matters, career, and health. And it's earth signs, so Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So, yeah, there's a new job offer coming in. There was something else possibly about a new job. So, or a new beginning. So what more about this gift, Spirit? What about this new job offer? Got the Magician in the reverse. So the Magician is manifest your desires, but in the reverse, their desires aren't manifesting. So there could be a new job offer, but it may not be what whoever this is wants. But it's what they're manifesting. But what they're manifesting may not be what they want. Or this is the job, but they're not. They might be compulsive about it. Or they might be overthinking it. In the reverse, it could be they are being revealed as manipulative. What else, Spirit? Clarify that. New job and Magician in the reverse. What's going on there? It's a gift, but it was manipulated. This could be new job as a result of this affair, and somebody was manipulated, using whatever tactics, you know. So, because this new house is going to be short-lived, this new job might be short-lived as well. Because everything's coming to the surface about that relationship. And stuff like that has a way of following you around if you don't handle it and take care of it at the time. What else, Spirit? Or is that it? Okay, looks like that might be it for, wait a minute. Okay, we had two flip. Three of Wands. Leadership. So this could be a leadership position. Threes are about, you know, growth and teamwork. Goals, creativity, and passion. So this could be a job improvement, which came out back here. And then we have the Hierophant in the reverse. So it could be a position of leadership, but the person who is going into the role, going into that position, could be stuck in the way we used to do things. Well, we used to do it this way, and this is how I lead. And your new team may not go along with that. So because the Hierophant is about learning. Could mean, yeah, power through success, teachers and lessons. So it could be that they haven't learned their lesson over here. They got into a relationship. Now they're moving over here. And they haven't learned their lesson. And so they're just going to keep going on about doing what they've always done. And we got the Sun in the reverse. So yeah, could be hitting burnout, getting your fingers burned. So they may be trying to do something. I mean, they've got a gift of a new job opportunity, and they're just going to go about it the same old way. So what else about this? Anything else? Okay. What about this unexpected income in the reverse? What about that? Alright, we have the Emperor in the reverse. So in the upright, the Emperor is about control, security, and order. In the reverse, this person is a tyrant. They are bossy and controlling. They don't take anyone else's advice. It's their way or the highway. You know the type. Then we have the Two of Wands. You know, someone's trying to give them advice and they don't want to hear it. Two is about partnerships and balance. And it could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Doesn't have to be. And then we have the Ten of Wands. And Wands is also passions, along with goals and creativity, but passions. So this could be relationship related as well. This is about completion. So if someone comes in and is trying to do the same old thing, this could be completion of a relationship. So it could be the end of some type of a relationship. And it's heavy burdens. Other people may be dumping their burdens on them, but they are going to receive heavy burdens. It's just all going to become too much. This relationship is going to carry over, and it's just going to build into their new job, and the burden is going to be just very overwhelming. Anything else? So the money that they expected to receive is not going to come in. Let's see what else. So yeah, this is basically an update on the last reading that I've had, or two. Page of Swords. Don't rush into anything. Intelligence is coming in. Could be something about contracts. Truth, we already have the Knight of Swords. And now we've got the Page of Swords, which can also be incoming truth. This is a youthful energy, so it could be a new truth coming out. So it could be a new truth about this new job and a new adventure, which will bring the heavy burdens. Anything else? Okay. So let's see what... Let's go with the yin and yang. Oracle. See what it has to say. What about this toil and labor? And this third party. Have them upside down? No. Okay. So trust and divine time. Greater forces at play. Release control. All is working out for the highest good, but it did flip out in the reverse. So someone is not trusting that everything is going to work out. They're trying to force something. What else, Spirit? Structure, foundation. Wants to build a foundation, balance, building, slow and steady, forming. It did come out on the sideways, and in this case it would be in the reverse because the structure is being torn down. The structure of the relationship, the structure of the job, the structure of everything is being torn down by this relationship. Self-love intentions focused on desires of the heart, self-worth expansion, and manifesting. So in the reverse, it would be sort of selfish, not focused. They're focused on their own heart. And then stability and flow, trying to balance, juggling, uncertainty, stressful choices, chaos. All right, what about this wealthy man in the reverse? What about them? We've got Jupiter, which is an action card. Expansion, growth, pursuing passions, adventure, new opportunities, and fortune. Which is what this wealthy man is trying to accomplish. He's trying to maintain his wealth. The cards are already saying he's not going to, but that's his intent. Okay. Karma and balance. Weighing things out, cause and effect, choices, wants to make things right. Well, karma wants to make it right. I don't know about this person, but karma wants to make it right. What else? Okay. What about this house? We've got letting go, death card, endings, resilience, transformation, and power. Okay, I can see that. This house, isn't this where it's going to be? Yeah, it's going to be short-lived. So death card is endings and beginnings. So there has to be an ending for a new beginning. And so this person has to learn to let go, and they're not wanting to. What else? We've got cold and control. Yeah. Silent observing, hiding feelings, secretive, blocking emotions, and a mask. Sounds about right. And moon is the intuition. Subconscious emotions, fear, deceit. Things are not as they appear. Well, that's true because This person is deceiving not only others, but they're deceiving themselves. They're trying to run off and get a new start, and it's going to be short-lived because it's just going to keep following them until they take care of it. You know, even if that relationship doesn't follow them, the patterns, they haven't learned new patterns. They haven't learned a new way of doing things. They just move on and do the same thing over and over and over again, and then wonder why it keeps happening. What about this gift? We've got fulfillment, wish fulfillment, success, achievements, happy outcome. With this gift, see, they're starting off with this new job. That's what starts off right up here. A new job, and it's wish fulfillment. They're getting what they want. And then we have separation and love. Longing, abandon, divorce, broken dreams, heartbreak, and grief. So they may be starting a new job, but they're losing this relationship. What else, Spirit? Masculine energy, yang, logical, confident, assertive, protective, wounded, controlling, aggressive, and egoic. So this would be a male figure, or a male energy. And yeah, they're getting a new job, but they're going to lose a relationship. They could be losing this friendship that they had right back here in the very beginning. They had this friendship, but then they got involved in a relationship, and I'm not sure if it's in that three of cups. Since it's emotions, it would seem logical that it is within that 3 cups, and that relationship is now going to break up, and they're going to lose a relationship over it. Unexpected storm, destruction, conflict, unforeseen change, sudden news. This is like a tower. So whatever it is, it's going to happen quick, and it's going to be sudden. What about this unexpected income in the reverse? So it's going to be like all of a sudden they're served papers, or all of a sudden, you know, this other person up and moves out overnight, or, you know, while they're gone to work, they leave and they're there and they come home and the house is empty. You know, that type of a deal. We've got release, purge, surrender, emotional release, clearing, walking away, which is what they need to do. They need to release it. They need to purge it, but they also need to heal from it. I'm not seeing the healing card come out yet. But they need to let it go. Just a moment. Fate and fortune. Wheel of fortune, karma, cycles, divine intervention, divine detours. Now when I picked it up off of the floor, it was in the reverse, which would go with the Wheel of Fortune over here. And with the unexpected income in the reverse. So luck is not going in their favor. They're losing a relationship. They need to let it go. So they are going to be experiencing karma. union, soulmate energy, decisions, a proposal, integration of yin and yang energies. Now, this could be taken as this relationship is going to end with the separation and all of that, and the other party that this person is involved with, they're going to propose to them. You know, you always got one on the side. We've got feminine energy, yin, intuitive, nurturing, creative, wounded, insecure, victim. There it is. They're going to propose to this other person. Clarity, truths, heightened intuition, seeing things. They may think that they have clarity, but they haven't done the healing. They haven't done anything. They're just jumping from one to the next. They may think that they have clarity, but they need to find it. All right. So now let's just get some angel numbers. I hope you all are doing well, enjoying your Friday evening. By the time this gets uploaded, it's going to be, probably midnight or so, because these do take a while to upload. So you probably won't see it till tomorrow, Saturday, which that's fine. No big deal. So let's pull some angel numbers. Let's do 3 of them. So the first one is 999. Reborn. Creation, new life, change, powerful. Completion in your personal or global life. This is a major stage coming to an end. At the same time, this is also a message for light workers related to healing the earth. It's time to work because Mother Earth needs you now. So, yeah, there's major relationship coming to an end. And light workers, yeah, we need to work. 222. Persistence will lead to miracles. Positive, persistent, optimistic, upward. The thoughts you have just planted are beginning to grow and take shape. Keep watering and nurturing them, and soon they will break through the ground. Don't give up in the first 5 minutes of the miracle. Your achievements will become increasingly obvious, so keep up the good work. Keep positive thinking, stay affirming, and keep visualizing. And the last angel number is 777. May all your wishes come true. Leap upward, brave, abundant. The angels are applauding and congratulating you for your success. Keep going and know that your dreams are coming true. This is a very positive sign, meaning that you should also expect more miracles to happen. So that is more specific to someone. So if that makes sense to someone, if it resonates, then that part of the message is for you. It's kind of rare that I don't get the angel numbers that relate to the overall reading, but these appear to be directed specifically at someone. And with that, I'm going to leave that here. Thank you all for being here. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for taking time out of your schedule to listen to my readings. Please share with your friends and family, especially if it resonates for you, for them. Share it with them so that they can receive the message. And hey, until next time, have a great day.